Hey guys. Okay, so introduction to this video. I have had a rough day and I'm not trying to put on some sort of happy face for everyone, and I want to keep it pretty real. It's been a rough day. And so in this video, I don't explain necessarily very well what I'm getting in the mail and the unboxing that I'm doing. When I was opening the boxes, you can see that I get a little irritated because I thought I was sent the wrong plants, only because I can't see very well and I am partially blind. For my new subscribers who I have seen subscribe, thank you, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys, I'm not kidding you. And I got a little irritated because on the plant that I got, it was a baby and it's not at its full maturity, so I couldn't see the spots on the Leopard plant that I got, also known as the false African Hasta, and I also believe it's called the little white soldier plant. It's beautiful. I will give you all the, I think they're Latin names that they come with when we call them scientific names. I have that I'm going to be putting up. And so in this video, it may seem kind of choppy. I do want to say that I have an autistic son who is very high demanding, and I wouldn't change him for the world. This is a little bit of a vulnerability I'm having right now. It's hard sometimes when I'm not saying physically, and I'm not saying the woe is me kind of a deal, but if you know anyone who is autistic or you have a child, it is mentally draining. And so during the day-to-day, it's just, I know I don't owe anybody an explanation, but that's why you will see some of the choppiness in the video. I don't care, I'm keeping it real, but I just wanted to say that to you. And who else do you know at 8 o'clock at night drinking a full cup of coffee? And it's leaded too, it's not decaf. Okay, and I did want to show you this before we jump into the video as well. I purchased this yesterday for a birthday gift. I got a Lowe's gift card, and I went to Lowe's last night and I got some fertilizer. I got some things for outside that I'm planting that I will show in another video. I saw this and I was like, oh, and you know me by now, I love green. I love anything tropical. I love vines, calatheas, all that good stuff. I know I'm talking a lot, but I got this guy. And if you are a plant lover, you will know exactly what this is. I believe this is a heart leaf green philodendron. He is beautiful. And I was like, how much is that plant? And I had my friend read the tag to me because I couldn't read. I didn't have my glasses. He was only $11.99, and that may seem like a lot to some people, but at my local Lowe's, they can get expensive. Plants that are already in pots or in hanging baskets tend to run a little steep for around my area in Washington. But when I saw this guy, give you the full turnaround. Sorry, we're in my kitchen and it's nighttime, so the lighting may not be very well. But I saw him, he is gorgeous. I was looking them up already on Etsy, and these guys were running for like $15, $14, and then $10 basically for shipping, and then tax. So I was like, I'm getting him, I don't care. He's beautiful. I saw a lemon and lime, or lime and lemon philodendron on Hannah's channel. Now Hannah is the tropical plant addict, beautiful woman from the UK, and I saw she had one at her video that says meet my plants, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want one of those. So that's my new addition along with other ones, and then I have some other plants coming in April. So I hope you enjoy. Don't mind, I call it ham, that I look like a ham right now, and it stands for hot mess, if you get my drift. but I'm not a big swearer, so I'm not gonna say it on video, but that's what I call myself when I feel kind of stressed. But like I have always said, I do love you guys, and I appreciate all my new subscribers, and I want to keep telling you guys thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is very special to me. I love talking to all of you. Many comments and blessings, and you really know who is loving you and who is supporting you. And there's just something about the one-on-one communication and messaging, and I love it all. And I want to say thank you again, and I hope you enjoy. So I wanted to finish up this video real quick. Not quick, but you know what I mean. When I unboxed this Collegia, I thought that it was going to come in a pot because it said something about, on this Etsy website, this company said it was growing in a 6-inch pot, and I was mistaken, and it came bare root, which was just fine. At first I kind of freaked out because I was like, oh my word, it's gonna be all dried out. But this guy is beautiful. I have no words to express. This is the Collegia Gecko, and I will post up the name of, it's like a Bajukes or something like that. I don't know. I'm totally butchering that. But he did come, and all of his leaves were really flat and up. Since planting this Collegia Gecko inside of his new pot, I mean, he is beautiful, you guys. And the cool thing is, he has no crispy edges. He has no crispy tips whatsoever. And I'm not gonna force him down, but he's already starting to open up and kind of bloom out. I have put some regular, just organic potting soil inside of him. I did not do a repotting or a potting up with me because my son and daughter are home for spring break. You will hear them in the background, for example. And it just gets so noisy and I get flustered, and it's just no point usually in having that. We're having kind of a tough day today. David, with his autism, is having a hard time. And if you know any autistic children or other friends or people, you will know what I'm talking about. We've had one of those days. I know I'm kind of sidetracking, but this guy is gorgeous. Look at him unfolding. I'm going to try to give you the best shot that I can with the lighting in here. He is so pretty. No crisp tips. I did order him. I will put the link down below. He was a little spendy. Shipping and handling was a little expensive as well, almost $10. But when I saw him, I had to have him in my collection. I love the lime green, the flecks of dark green in there with the white edges. I do not feel bad spending money on this guy. And this shop does a beautiful job. This is the first one that I have purchased, as you hear my kids screaming in the background. So pretty. I'm totally gonna buy more calatheas from this company. It's huge. So I repotted him with a soil base of just regular organic potting soil, as I was saying, and cocoa coir with perlite and a little bit of cactus mix. Now I'm just guessing at that. I don't know I know what kind of soil they like. They like fast draining soil, but they like to stay moist and they don't like to dry out. And so I will water him when his top 2 inches of soil dry out. I do pretty good with calatheas. I think it's just because I keep the humidity up and I don't overwater them. I will rather err on the side of not watering enough than overwatering. But yeah, I mean, he's in beautiful condition. I know I'm not even giving him justice. I'll try to twirl him around. Look at him. Oh my word. So pretty. I'm really excited. I'm probably just excited or a little bit. I mean, he has a little bit of a hole in one of his leaves. I can't see which one right now, but he's so beautiful. He's so pretty. He's got a little bit of damage, I think, on this leaf. Hold on, let me see. This guy right here. He'll be okay, but I love him. So this is my Collegia Gecko. I got him from Etsy, and I will link everything down below. And here is my next plant. Like I always say, this is 2 hours later of allowing my Collegia Gecko to relax and make itself at home. These leaves are absolutely gorgeous. I am so stinking pleased with this plant. Look at him. And you'll hear me say this, that the camera never does these plants justice. If you see this in real life, and these are not crispy edges, you guys. These are actually like other colors that are coming out in the plant. I don't know how good you can see him. I mean, he has soil on his leaves, by the way, so if you're seeing something. Once again, Collegia Gecko. It is amazing. I can't get over this plant. At first I was like, oh my gosh, is he dead? But no, he is soaking up what he needs to soak up. I am so thrilled. Look at how pretty he is. I mean, there's layers upon layers of leaves, and then there's new growth. He has something coming up right there, new leaf. I only see one though. I mean, the happier he will be. I put some organic fish fertilizer inside of this houseplant, inside of him, when I watered him when I first planted it. So hopefully that is good. I did not put the full strength because I heard, I don't know, but it's very common for calatheas to get fertilizer burn. That is why I did not put any kind of a root starter inside of the soil, because I didn't want to burn his roots or any kind of leaf burn. But yeah, I'm very pleased. I would highly suggest, if you are in the market or if you really like calatheas and nice condition calatheas, this is definitely a place you'll want to visit. Like I said, it's not cheap, but if you are in the market, I would highly suggest it. Look how pretty. I can't get over it. Okay, I'm talking enough about this plant. On to the next plant I have to show you. Sorry, you're gonna hear background noise, but this is another plant that I got, as you saw in the unboxing. I did not show the unboxing very well. There was a lot of chaos and a lot of noise in the background. Obviously, I still have noise and chaos. But if you guys can see, the light in my kitchen does not do this plant very good justice with how pretty he really is. Hold on. Let me grab him. So I'm just gonna refer to him as the false African Hasta, or the leopard plant. As you can see, he's got really cool spots everywhere, and I will show you in the pictures of what this plant will get to be. And look like the more it matures. It's just a starter plant in, I think, a 2.5 inch or a 3.5 inch planter, nursery planter, but I'm going to switch him to a 4 inch. I contacted Larry, who is, I believe the company's name that he goes by, or the business name, is called My Green Obsession. I will link it down below, but I got a hold of him because nowhere on the website under the description of this plant does it say about the soil or the care or needs of this plant. And it requires, the guy Larry who I talked to, he's great about getting back to people. Communication on point. I really appreciate that a lot, as you can tell from my channel and the past videos. I love to communicate with people. And I like to ask questions about the care of these plants because I want to be able to have all of my plants thrive and just be really beautiful and healthy. He said not to use Miracle Grow, any kind of product with Miracle Grow, and use a soil-less, no soil-based soil. I had no idea that there was a difference, and what he called it was a pro mix. I went to a shop down the road from me. I'd never been before. It's called Green Thumb, or the Little Green Thumb shop. Super sweet people. If you are in Puyallup, Washington, and you're and by chance you are looking for a nursery, I've never been to this shop. I'm gonna probably, if they are okay with it. I met Chad, I met Emily, and I met Dee. I think she said Dee. I'm not sure. If Dee watches this, I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. And then I believe the owner or the manager was gone. Met them. Super sweet people. I loved it. I probably looked like a psycho walking in there because of how excited I was. But she was like, oh, well, how much do you need? And I was like, well, I just have one plant right now. A 4-inch pot that I need to switch this to. And she's like, well, let me make a batch up for you. So that amount, huge amount, was only $3.44. I was extremely pleased. I don't know what other plant requires a pro mix, but I was so appreciative, and I will give them a shout out. If you are in my area, I highly suggest to go there. Beautiful people and very sweet. But that's what I'm going to plant this guy in. So after I have him all potted up, and I'll sprinkle a little bit of that systemic benign powder just to ward off any kind of pests or anything that wants to crawl into the soil with my sweet plant will die from it. So you will see him afterwards. Okay, so here we have my African false hosta / leopard plant / white little soldiers. I believe that's another name for it. But I will put the name of it right about here. You'll see it pop up. And I am fertilizing my plants with a fish fertilizer. It's for organic gardening for indoor and outdoor plants. And yeah, that's what I'm using to fertilize these guys. This guy, when I uprooted him or took him out of his nursery pot, had a bulb on him. So he had roots, but it was a bulb. It was pretty easy to plant, almost like a tulip kind of a like plant thing. I guess you would call it that. But, oh, Ralph's saying hi to you guys. But if you look at him, hold on. His leaves are almost translucent. Can you see that? Can you see that when I pull him up like that? That looks kind of cool when I'm holding him like that. But he has a whole bunch of spots on him. I will link down below if I have not mentioned that yet, because I'm doing these all in little clips here and there. Yuck, look at my hands. Gross. There's a gardener's hands for you. But this is what he looks like. He's so pretty. And like I said, I used kind of a pro mix, potting mix with soilless. That's what it's called. I don't know what brand. I got mixed up for me myself because the gal at the store did it for me especially. And there is that guy. And I know that these guys get pretty big. I will show you pictures. And then after the pictures, I am going to say adios. And that I hope all of you are having a beautiful day. That guy's kind of dark, huh? Hope he's not dying. He doesn't feel like he's dying. But yeah, that's my new guy. And then I'm gonna do a plant video where oh my gosh. As you can tell, I was having some technical difficulties. But yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, that is my leopard plant, and I'm going to be putting this in with my other tropical plants. I believe he is going to like some humidity, and I don't know, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last clip where everything fell into the sink, but I'm going to be doing a, not like a meet my plants, but introductions and maybe even a tour. I've gotten many plants, as you know, and I want to just introduce them and show you what I have. I still am expecting about in the month of April. I mean, everything has to slow down because of the budget for me and my husband this month, but the rest of this month I'm going to be getting my Collegia Gecko, and then I'm going to be getting some cuttings. And I also have coming a rock fig as well. So I have a huge list of tropical plants I still want, but this month is going to be very, very, very slim. So lots of repottings. I'm glad that you guys can join me today. I'm so excited about him getting bigger. So thank you very much. I love you all, and I appreciate you watching once again. Bye.